Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are going to be doing some really fun makeup today. We're going to be playing with a ton of drugstore and more affordable products. I did have to send out for some of them other things I got from Ulta during their haul sale, which is right after their 21 Days of Beauty. So I did pick up some stuff there, and it's going to be a bunch of stuff I've never tried before. So you and I are going to do this together. We're going to try some brand new products. But if you're new here, my name is Amber. I am a former hairdresser turned failed beauty blogger trying to raise my zombie channel from the dead. I took a 3-year break and now I'm back in full force. So if you find any value in my content, please go ahead and give it a like, a subscribe, and let's go. So I'm going to pin this hair back because it's going to be in the way, but we're just going to put this up and out of the face. I got a bunch of fun stuff I'm really excited to play with today. I can't win. I cannot win today. I'm full of cat hair. My hair won't cooperate. It's going to be one of those days. We have a bunch of fun stuff today. I've got a ton of stuff from Undone Beauty. I've never used anything from this brand before. I've gotten mascaras, I picked up eyeshadow palettes, I did pick up a couple of lip liners and lip products. I also picked up some stuff from SheGlam, so that'll be a lot of fun to play with. Also Wet n Wild, of course, because you know how I love my Wet n Wild, and a couple things from e.l.f. So we did pick up quite a bit, actually, I'm sorry, and Florence by Mills. I've never tried this brand before, but I've heard good things, so we'll try that too. First thing we're going to start with the Wet n Wild Glass Correct Primer. It looks like this. It is green, and I wanted to pick this up because we've been trying other green primers from Smashbox and Stila, and this one looked really interesting, and I've never seen this before. Ooh. And hopefully this one doesn't leave me with a green cast like the last one. If you guys did not see that video, I will go ahead and link it down below for you, but it left me with a green cast. A little bit of green right here. I just don't know how much it has calmed down my complexion, not really. I do have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation stick, and this one is in the color Vanilla Beige. I think it might be a little too dark. I say that every time and it ends up being fine, but with Wet n Wild, you never know because you can't do swatches, and they don't really have a very good description about the undertones on the website. We're going to go ahead and try this today. I'm hoping that this has a decent formula, that it's at least a little bit creamy, but you never know. Alright, I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution brush, and I think that this is going to be the best way to apply this. It definitely is not as creamy as I would like, or gives me any coverage. Okay, so definitely not impressed at all with this. No, not starting off well at all. I am not liking the way this is sitting. It's patchy, it doesn't cover what I need it to cover. My redness is showing through. Okay, we're gonna roll with this, but I really do not like the finish. This left me with a green cast. I can already see it. Not good today, not a good start. We're gonna do some concealer underneath the eyes. I did pick up the Collab No Flaws Liquid Concealer, and this one is in the shade Porcelain. I think this will be too light, so hopefully it'll counteract some of this and give me some coverage. I'm gonna take my wet beauty blender. I've got 2 beauty blenders here today. One that's dry for my blush and one that's wet for my foundation. I'm gonna let that thicken up underneath there just so that it gives it a little bit more coverage. That actually tapped out quite nicely, and it has lightened up a little bit. We're gonna set the under eyes, and you guessed it. If you've been around for just a little while, we are taking the number 7. It is my favorite drugstore under eye powder. Looks like this. It's beautiful, very lightweight, and it blurs really, really nicely. I'm not taking too much, and I'm using a KVD number 40 brush. I've had this brush for years. I don't know if they still have it on the market. If they do, I will link it down below for you. So what I want to do is actually apply some liquid products. I think that make this a little bit better, but I'm not going to hold my breath. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this putty bronzer from e.l.f. This one is in the shade Tan Lines. And then I also have another product here. This one is from SheGlam. This is a Sun Sculpt liquid bronzer in soft tan. I love the packaging. It looks very much like the Profusion ones. Ooh, and this one is gray. Okay, let me swatch. Oh yeah. Okay, that's gray. We're gonna do both of these. Let's see how this goes. I'm real scared. I'm gonna do one side first and then move to the other side because I have a feeling this is gonna dry down pretty quickly. It's already starting to dry on my hand. All right, I'm gonna go in to Tan Lines with this brush. Pick up some product. Hopefully this will save me. I look like I rolled in dirt. Awesome. Aces, guys. So tan lines by itself is quite warm, but it blends out pretty sheer. And the shade is not my color. If you had a deeper skin tone or if you have a tan on, this might look really nice. For me right now, I just look like I rolled in dirt. Again, all of my foundation has been rubbed off on either side. I don't know, everybody loves this putty primer, but maybe on a different base. I'm gonna have to play with this, but the other color is just gray. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm gonna do? I did get a concealer, I forgot, by Undone Beauty. This is a Conceal to Reveal palette. Looks like this. And it's got heavy coverage, medium, and light coverage. What I'm gonna do is see if I can cover some of this. I don't know how it would work underneath the eyes, but just to kind of cover some of that redness. That's something I want to play with a little bit more as well. So I did get a couple of blushes by SheGlam. I'm now terrified to use these, but I also did get Florence by Mills, a Cheek and Later cream blush. Ooh, that's really pretty. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Let's swatch this bad boy. So this one is very pinky. I don't know, I've never used this brand before, and I think it's a slow builder. So I do have this blush from SheGlam. This one is called Risky Business. Looks like this. Oh, I mean, that is bold if I've ever seen it. It definitely looks like the Profusion ones. The same kind of consistency, the same packaging, different colors obviously though. So that is Risky Business. I also did pick up Hush Hush. Ooh, nice and pink. It's very similar to the Florence by Mills, but this one is definitely more peach. That one's pretty. And then this one is Love Cake. Let's try this guy. And that one is pinky too, but this one is a true pink. Oh yeah. I might take a mixture of Love Cake and Hush Hush. I think these two on my cheeks, and then we'll put the Florence by Mills on top if needed. I'm gonna use this ColourPop brush. It doesn't have a number or anything. It looks like that. We're gonna do one side at a time too, because I'm terrified. Using a brush to kind of blend it out a little, and then taking a dry beauty blender just to make sure you get all the edges. I actually kind of like that. Wow. I finally like something. Yeah, these contours are awful, but the blushes are really, really good. So we are a little extra on this channel, if you didn't know. I am gonna add a little bit of this. It is in the shade Shy She. I'm gonna just take that brush. Oh, I like that. Those three together, look how pretty that is. It's got a little bit of a sheen just right here and it catches the light. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm definitely not sold on the bronzers by any means. but these guys, beautiful. So far so good. All right, so we might be coming back from the dead here. We're gonna try a couple highlighters here, and you might have seen these in the last couple videos when we were talking about the drugstore, but I wanted to try them again because I don't think they got a fair shake. This one is the LA Girl Velvet Highlight. This one is in the shade Radiance. Looks like that. And then this one is from Flower Beauty. It is the Spotlight Liquid Highlighter in Gleam. So I think we're gonna try to take Gleam first. And this is just like the Charlotte Tilbury one. Oh, and it's getting all over me. Awesome. Oh goodness. Today is a shit show. This is definitely thicker than the Charlotte Tilbury, and it is showing a ton of texture. Maybe this will help. I doubt it. Layering on more stuff usually never helps. I mean, it definitely is radiant, but it's catching all of my texture through here. Not a huge fan. I think it's the color that I don't like on this. I think if it was a lighter color, I would like it more. This might be really pretty as like an inner corner highlight, or kind of dabbed on the eyes and then blended out a little bit. I think that this would be really pretty like that instead of an actual highlighter. And this one, I think it's only because I don't like what's underneath it that I'm not liking this one. So I'm gonna go in with the Florence by Mills. I really did like that cream blush, so let's try this. This is a marble bronzer, and it says it's cool toned, so let's hope. This is a ColourPop brush. It's an angled brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and dip in here, kind of swirl it a little. There's not a whole lot of kick up. That's nice. It's a little powdery. Very nice. It's a little warmer than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping for a little bit more cool tone. While we're doing the eyes, I wanted to test out something that I picked up and just almost threw on the floor. This is the Winky Lux Unicorn Balm, Glimmer Balm. I really need reading glasses. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, it looks like it's a pH lip stain and it looks like this. I was like, you know what? If we're going to do it, we're going to do it. I'm going to see what this turns my lips, and then obviously once we're done with the eyes we'll go back and do some lip liners and stuff that I bought. But okay, it's interesting. It's just an interesting product and I wanted to try it. And the glitter actually I thought was going to be gritty. It's smooth. It's super duper smooth, but we will see how it goes throughout the rest of this. I did pick up a palette. This looked really interesting to me because it's got more warm and more mossy tones, and then it's got some pinky kind of cooler tones in here. Looks like this. It's got a decent amount of colors. I think we're going to play probably more in this range, and then we'll use the black liner to kind of smoke out the actual lash line. I don't have high hopes. I'm trying to keep my expectations low, but we'll see. Since my eyes are already prepped, I'm going to go in to this warm tone here. It's kind of like a orangey base, and mix it with this middle shade that's more of like a pinky tone. Very smooth. A little bit of kick up in the pan. And these are definitely slow builders. These are not super pigmented, which is nice occasionally because again, I am very heavy-handed. If you are somebody who likes something that's more of a slow builder, that you can go in a couple times and really build up that color and kind of place it where you want, then this might be better for you. It's definitely more subdued than I had originally anticipated. I'm gonna go in with this red tone and I'm gonna see how this works to deepen up this crease just a little bit. It did deepen it up just a little bit, if you can see there. I'm going to go into this pinky shade right here and I'm going to put that all over the lid, but I'm going to go ahead and use my finger because I want to see how that transfers. And don't have a whole lot of sheen to them. I'm going to try to put a little bit of this color on top and see if it brightens it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go in with an angled brush. I'm going to wet it down with a little bit of setting spray. This color here and a little bit of this darker color up here, mix them together on the lash line just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is take a Sigma short shader. It's an E20. Is that right? Yes, E20. And I'm going to go back into those darker shades and I'm just going to take it just a little bit underneath. I'm going to go in with this Undone Beauty mascara, and this is called a clean lash. So we're going to curl our lashes and put this on and see how it looks. You know how I love my falsies, so I probably will go in and put falsies on, and then I will pop off and do my brows. Mascara wise, this wand is enormous. First off, I hate that. For having such a giant wand, this doesn't give off a whole lot of pigment, but it gets all over my eyes. Okay, so this is like a dry formula. It doesn't really give me much of anything. It doesn't give me length. It's not giving me volume. It's doing the bare minimum. It's that one coworker that just does the bare minimum. That's what's happening here. Not a happy camper. Not good. This is the Unscripted liner in True Black from Undone. So it looks like this. What I'll do is I'll kind of clean up the edges of this wing that I have and see if this makes it worse. Let me see if I can maybe make this a little bit more dramatic. The felt tip on here is terrible. Absolutely atrocious. It is too thick. You can't get a precise line and it's just wiggly and it's just not good. It bleeds. It's not good. So I'm going to put some other mascara on so I can at least get some fullness to these lashes. I'm going to do my brows and my lashes, my falsies, and see if I can salvage any of this, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back and it looks better, but definitely not up to my standard at all. We do have some lip products that hopefully will round out this look so that I can go take this makeup off. The first thing that I picked up was this liner from Undone Beauty, and this one is Forever Lip, and it's in Natural Nude. It says it's a lip stain and a lip liner on either side. The lip stain is on this side and the lip liner, I guess, is on this side. And again, these brushes look really weird. It's a stain liner. It's not an actual lip pencil, which is incredibly hard to work with. This is so weird, and that liner tip is terrible. All right, so let's try these. These are from Undone Beauty as well. So I have Sunrise Pink and Honey Rose. This one is Honey Rose. More of a nude. Sunrise Pink is glittery and pinky. Okay, feels like sandpaper, and they're glittery, and there's really no pigment either. Can't win today. All right, so I did pick up these guys from Undone Beauty. These are big pop-in glosses. They look almost identical in color. I think I'm going to use the Barely Pink today. I'm gonna put on the Winky Lux again as the base, and then I'll put this gloss over it. But I do want to see what the gloss looks like. There's like no pigment. Yeah, it's just a clear, very nude, no pigment gloss. I'm just hoping it's not super sticky. I smell like watermelon, like fake watermelon. So this is the final look. Struggle bus. I have been on the struggle bus with all of this stuff today, and I can tell you most of it is a no from me. I'm going to tell you the stuff that is marginal because there's less things for me to go over than everything that I dislike, sadly. I wish that this was going to be a more happy, upbeat video, but yeah, a lot of it's going to go back to the store. Let's just put it that way. Marginal things that I do want to keep testing out. The blushes from She Glam. I love these. Do not like the contour at all. It is gray and it makes me look dirty. It looked like I rolled around mud. I'm going to play with the Flower Beauty one a little bit more. I think it's because of the color that I did not like it. I think that this might end up being a blush topper instead of a highlight. I ended up really liking this blush from Florence by Mills. It's very, very pretty. We'll definitely be using this again. Tan Lines from e.l.f. is super duper warm. I think on a different base it might look better. So again, that's something I want to try. Other than that, everything else is a no. The primer, the foundation, the lipsticks, the liners, the mascaras, everything else, the lip liner, all of it's gotta go. It's all going back. It's terrible. Do not invest your money in it. Don't buy it. I'm sorry. I know that I try to be as upbeat as possible about some of these products, but not worth your money at all. Buy something else. Just please buy something else because this stuff is terrible. I wish it went better. We struggled to get the look that we have, and I still see so much redness in my skin. I still see all of how dirty my skin looks because of that contour. I'm so sorry guys. I really wish I was more upbeat about some of this stuff, but I just don't want you to waste your money on products that look interesting but do not perform the way that they should. I hope you found value in this. I love you guys so much. I will try to do another drugstore haul situation when I get back from vacation, and if you guys want to see maybe me retest some of these other drugstore products so that maybe we can get a first impression of it and see how that goes there, I can definitely do that if that's something that you're interested in. Give it a like, and that lets me know that that's what you want to see. Give it a subscribe, share with your friends. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.